ka office jong ka district social welfare office Ri Bhoi district ha ka jing snok tilang bat ka office deputy commissioner Ri Bhoi district bat ka district hub for empowerment of women Ri Bhoi district mentakas ngi ka khatwi tri jeliu ka plaj paidbah ya ka Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyaan ha ka jing yalang ka blap long ha parish hall hanong po ka Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyaan kadei ka bala plaj paidbah da ka sarkar pedeng lengba ka Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment bat ka thong jong ka Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyaan kadewen pelong ya ka ri India ban lait na ka jingdi pun buai kham tam ka ban lait na ka jingdi kerni ya udrak ya ka ni ka Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyaan lawan ban plaj paidbah da u deputy commissioner ka Ri Bhoi district u Abhilash Baranwal ha ka jingya don rangkat lang ka Dr. A Khardoi DMNHO Ri Bhoi district kakong NF Sun District Social Welfare Ri Bhoi District, kakong KB Jirwa DSEO Ri Bhoi District, ba Bi Sucheng Upulit Officer Pelawan mi na kabanta ka Office of Superintendent of Police Ri Bhoi District, lembat ki nohikai bat ki khana school, ki balaya sa kilang ha kane kasngi. Ha kane kasngi bala pelaj paidbah ya ka Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyaan la ai jing pen shai ru halor ka jingshir ke u drugs bat kiwe ki jingdi pen buan ka ba kini ki jingdi ki basniu ki la ban kta e ka kot ka khia bat ya ka jingim jong uno umba pendon kam ya ka ha ka bakut jong ka ne ka program la penlong ru ya ka signature campaign ban ong em yo drugs halor ka phang choose life say no to drugs ha ka balai shimbanta da ki khana school kinong hikai lem bat kiwe de ki bawan sha ka ne ka program
my dear council, my dear Dr. Angel, DSEO from Jirwa, representatives from other line departments, faculty, teachers, run by strong students. Very warm good afternoon to all of you. Today, first of all, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Council for organizing the launch program of Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyaan. We have had several rounds of meeting and Madam Dave, you have been organizing all these events. So special thanks to you. Thank you for having me here as a chief guest. I don't think that my address will be the most important address because prior to me, two specialists have already spoken about substance abuse, drug abuse, or the menace of increasing usage of drugs. However, I would not want to go into the medical or the legal ramifications of the same, as they have already been elaborated upon. I would mostly use this platform and utilize my office as a Deputy Commissioner to appeal to all these students present over here that they must take this matter as seriously as possible. See, the problem is that despite, all these talks about the menace of drug abuse is like the imagery on the packet of cigarettes. That those who want to smoke, when they see that packet, they notice that picture, that horrible picture of the lung cancer, of the throat cancer, but they barely resisted the picture. They have become so immune to it that they don't even look at it twice. They don't even understand the ramifications of the same. And so, despite all this horrible imagery on the cigarette packet, they continue to smoke with alarm and don't really pay attention to what impact cigarette is having on their body. However, the reason why Government of Meghalaya and the Government of India is focusing so much on the problem of drug abuse is because of the ramifications that it has. It does not only harm the individual, but this is one such case which harms the individual, the family, and the society at large. Deputy Commissioner Office, we have already had multiple rounds of theft in our office. Every weekend for last 2 to 3 months, our optical fibers are being stolen. Last to last weekend, the copper wires of all our air conditioners were stolen. And who are doing these things? The ones who are involved in the usage of drugs. who do not have money, and yet they have to procure these drugs somehow, which is leading them to indulge in practices, these unlawful practices, which will only grow with time. Because as your body will become more and more immune to drugs, the amount of drugs that somebody has to consume will only increase with time. Why am I sharing this with you is because I was also a student like you, and while it may appear cool at times to rebel and to use substances which are otherwise prohibited by society, because there is a lot of peer pressure, you'll have friends who are using it and will entice you that yes, please do come, nothing happens, it's just for once, it's for fun only, you'll not get addicted to it. But the reality can't be more different. The reason why the government of Meghalaya and India is focusing a lot of, is giving a lot of emphasis on tackling the menace of rising drug abuse is because it is increasing at a rapid pace. Youths are the young people like yourselves are getting addicted to it, wasting away their lives, stealing from their family, spending the major resources that the family have on these kinds of substances, and ultimately being a burden on the society and the nation. Unlike alcohol and cigarette, which are still lesser vices, which are still, from which still it is possible to recover people. Drug is something that once it takes hold on a person, it is extremely difficult to retreat back to steps. And as a result, this is my earnest appeal to you, all of you, as the Deputy Commissioner of this district. Consider me your elder brother. Consider me as somebody who has studied a lot of the impact of the same, has not really dealt, but has seen a lot of such patients in various capacities. That complacency is something that complacency is something that you should do at your own peril. Unless you are actively guarding against all such usage, the amount of peer pressure and the amount of peer pressure that may come to you to use these drugs will be huge. So how to prevent, how to avoid falling into this trap is to understand that no matter what, no matter how light are these substances, no matter what anyone tells you, this has to be rooted in your firm conviction that if you start using even a light material, this is only a slippery slope which will take you to the substances which are much more menacing. You have all the specialists over here, you have your teachers, you have internet at your disposal, you can go through that to understand the ramifications of the same, but the only appeal that we have as the office bearers of concerned department is for you to guard against it. Your parents cannot help you much, your teachers cannot help you much, because if somebody wants to use it, they'll sneak away, they will find a corner in their village, somewhere in the city, and will still do it. So nobody can help you in this, as much as you can help yourself. So have a firm conviction. You may think that nothing is going to happen if you use it for once. Nothing is going to happen if you use a lighter drug and not a drug like cocaine. But ultimately, it will all lead to the same path. It will all lead to the same result, which is a drug addiction. Ultimately, spoiling the life. There are countless number of stories across the state and across the country. So please be very vigilant. Please be extremely, extremely careful on these kind of requests when made by your peers, have firm conviction that however, whatever the substance may be, however, whatever the amount may be, you are not going to use it. Have it as a principle and don't indulge in these things.